Hey, so what's going on? Super excited for this video because today we're talking about 2 hair growth hacks using none other than hair grease, okay? And it's going to be a really interesting video because, you know, hair grease is very underrated in the natural hair care community, and we're going to talk about how you can use hair growth to grow your hair, okay? So stay tuned. So I recently had a conversation with my grandmother, and my grandmother was born like in the 1940s, I believe, and I was asking her, like, what did you guys do for hair back then? Like, what was y'all's regimen? Did y'all have a regimen? You know, and she mentioned about grease being the thing back then, and she mentioned how, you know, a lot of people, you know, in the Black community had very healthy hair, and how hair grease was such a pivotal aspect in regards to Black hair care back then. Now, hair grease is actually petrolatum or petroleum jelly, however you want to call it, and basically it is a mixture of hydrocarbons, and is derived or sourced from the Earth's crust. So you can't really get any more natural than that, okay? Now, why I always promote hair grease is because it is non-comedogenic, meaning it will not clog the pores of your scalp or your skin. So it's great for locking in moisture, especially if you have a dry scalp and you get out the shower, your scalp is still wet. Put a little bit of hair grease on your scalp if you suffer from a dry scalp. Now, if you have a very oily scalp, you may not want to do this option, but for those with dry scalp, this would be a great option. When it comes to hair grease, I want you to know that the original hair growth methods or hair growth aids all started off in hair grease. They all started off in petrolatum, starting off with Madam C.J. Walker's growth aid that she created, sulfur 8, which is something my grandmother said she used to use back in the day, mainly because of the fact that it is non-comedogenic. Now, how to even use hair grease when it comes to hair growth. So number 1, you want to choose your base. Choose your hair grease base, meaning, do you want to use something that's like a lighter hair grease, like the Softy brand, something in the middle like Kuza, or something a little bit thicker like the Blue Magic, for example, which is also the classic hair grease, you know, so you have some options. So depending on what you prefer, a lighter version or a heavier version, that will determine what you want to do. So first, choose your base. Secondly, add a few drops of essential oils. This can be rosemary, eucalyptus, this can be peppermint, lavender. A lot of these essential oils are great for promoting hair growth, so you can just add a few drops to the base, mix it into the hair grease, and use that as a hair growth aid. What makes this also really cool is that, unfortunately, not a lot, but some oils, carrier oils that we use, you know, in hair growth oils, actually do clog the pores of the scalp. Now, the issue with this is that you're not really maximizing the amount of growth that you could be getting from that hair growth oil, because technically that hair growth oil or the carrier oil within that hair growth oil is clogging your pores, so therefore you're not seeing the growth that you want. But with hair grease, because it doesn't clog the pores of the scalp, you actually have a better chance of growing your hair using that method. Okay, number 2 is the fact that hair grease actually promotes length retention. It makes no sense for us to be using all these wonderful hair growth aids, whether that's a hair growth grease, hair growth oil, hair growth vitamin, and we're not seeing the length. And a lot of times that happens because our hair is always growing, but a lot of times when we're not retaining our length or we're seeing breakage, we're not going to see the fruition of all the growth that we are actually receiving from the growth on our scalp. But hair grease is amazing because it's an awesome sealant. Now, for those who use oils, that's great, that's perfect. I love oils, okay, I'm a fan of them. However, for some hair types, you know, oil may not be a suitable sealant for your hair. You know, hair grease may be a better moisture locking mechanism for your hair, okay? It may actually retain moisture a lot better for you versus oil. Sometimes we're probably using the wrong sealant on our hair, which is causing water loss. And with water loss, you're gonna get dry hair and breakage and so forth and so forth. So if oils are not working for you in regards to sealing in that moisture, try out hair grease, you know, and see if you like it. Alright guys, hope you have enjoyed this video and learned something new on how to use hair grease for hair growth and for retaining your length. Of course, I have a question for you. What is your hair goal length? Your hair length goal? Like, how long are you trying to grow your hair? Is it to broad strap length? Is it waist length? Is it shoulder length? Or are you just more like, girl, I'm just trying to get healthier hair at this point, okay? I'm focusing on quality. Where are you at in the spectrum? Are you focusing on length? And if so, what is that goal? Or are you focused more so on the health of your hair? Comment below, and I look forward to joining the conversation with you. If you are interested in starting a hair care line You can work with me one-on-one, no matter where you are in the journey. You're in the beginning, you're about to launch, whatever it is, we can work together one-on-one. I have the link below for you to check out. And don't forget to check out the Curly Girls Guide to Hair Care Ingredients, where you can learn more about ingredients in the natural hair care industry. The link will be below as well. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.